So a week or so ago, my wife read me something out of Facebook, quite aggressive, and generally that means my head's going to hurt, and it did indeed. People saying they're either the Next Gen Wild Track Ford Ranger or the Clearview Mirrors were no good. Couldn't get the blind spot information service, BLIS, to work, and the blind spot was just remaining on all the time, which will happen if you don't set some stuff up. When you hook up, this menu will come up. So once you hook up, that menu will come up, and it's asked me to set Grand Sled as my active trailer, so I just need to say OK, and we should be good to go. Now, most of the time I don't think I'm too bright, but I'll just step you through how that works, and I just thought everyone would have known that. So we go through the car icon up in the top right, we go to the towing menu, and you can see at the moment I'm not hooked up, so I've got no active trailer. We've also got Grand Salute, which is the trailer we tow, and the default trailer. So if you, depending on how you answer those questions in that menu, when you hook up, it will just run with the default trailer, but you still need to have told the default trailer a few things, like trailer type, conventional, trailer brake type, trailer brake effort. I'll show you what I've got set in the other one shortly. Trailer brake gain, which I set through the dashboard or panel here, and BLIS at, what's it says, 7.6. Well, that's not quite the same as what we run, but it'll go to that default depending on how you handle that first menu after you plug that plug in. Because once you plug the plug in, the vehicle senses that you've got a trailer on. Always have the sway control on and the notification on, otherwise that menu won't come up. So let's have a look at what I got set up. Grand Salute, because I'm not very creative, so I just call it the same as a caravan name. It's a conventional trailer. Default, the electric surge brakes. Trailer brake effort medium. If I'm at some hills, I'll switch that up to high. Trailer brake gain 7.5. Again, I'll crank that up if we're working through some hills. And from hitch to very back, we are 9 metres. So once you have that trailer set up and you have selected said trailer after hooking up, the mirrors and the software will do their thing and work out where to go. You can have other trailers in there as well. A couple other handy things, well, handy for me anyway. Trailer trip will tell me how far we have towed, and that's just the last trip to Tasmania, so we towed for 7,400. Did about 10 to 10.5, can't remember, I'd have to go and look at the spreadsheet. So 3.5 not towing. From those two figures, I can work out not towing fuel consumption. The car gives me overall fuel consumption up here in the dash, and I can pull that out at 17.3 for when we were towing, which is pretty good. Bit of hill work, and we got into it a bit, got a couple of those days. So it's as simple as that. It will work, and I don't know why people are so aggressive. And if I've paid $2,000 for the mirrors and $70,000+ for the car, it's just going to work. Someone's going to make it work, but in actual fact it probably is just in the setup, and it's not just as simple as slapping the mirrors on and having it all works. There's a little bit more to do. And look, some people embrace technology, others hate it. I'm not going to say anyone's right or wrong, it's each their own. I personally am in that I very much enjoy it, and I will exploit it to maximum benefit and gain to us. I'm heavily into that automation technology sort of thing. So that theoretically answers that question. So through this menu, back on the first towing menu, you can run through your trailer light check. I prefer to do it just through the phone, through Forward Pass. Car will also run through a bit of a checklist, so it's just a box ticker. Trailer light check. I think it'll run through it 5 times while you walk around the car, but you don't need 2 people to do that. I do quite enjoy that little system. I don't have to wait for anyone. I can get it done. Now, I'm not sure why people get so confrontational. I'm not sure why they go to Facebook straight away. It wouldn't be the first place I'd go to. Manual would probably be, actually the manual would probably be my second place. Someone will have explained it on Google or YouTube. Then the manual. Of course, I can't go to Facebook at all because I don't have Facebook for many reasons. And outside of all that, you have the dealer where you bought your car. If you think it is the car that's the problem, you have whoever you bought the Clearviews off and whoever fitted them. And up the tree a little bit further, you've got Clearview themselves. Now, I doubt that anyone has had as many issues with not the mirrors or the car, but incorrect fitment that at the end of the day was resolved, one by my dealer, and then another problem came along that was resolved wonderfully well by Clearview. Facebook definitely not the answer. In fact, most of the time when my wife reads me things from Facebook, I have to ask her to stop when my head starts hurting. Not unlike the day she was reading me stuff about folks that pulled up at a service station and they'd gone to the truck fuel up lanes, and they wondered what the difference was between truck and non-truck fuel up lanes. And they noted a product called AdBlue, and their question was, should we be putting some AdBlue in as well? It's at times like this that one, I ask her to stop and I just call for the asteroid to come sooner rather than later, because we're not going to make it as a race. And just a confrontational nature on Facebook when clearly there's quite a simple solution. Of course, the conversation devolved, I'll say devolved, not evolved, into, who'd have those mirrors? They're terrible. We just use these Malenkos was one of the comments. I love having comments read to me. And we put them on and off in 90 seconds. I'll dispute the 90 seconds to start with. When we bought this car, the mirrors were still in development. I did buy a set of Malenkos. They're not too bad a mirror, except I'm always concerned about things blowing or crashing into my paintwork. But they don't have the field of view of these Clearviews. And I think I paid $1,900 for the Clearviews, and these are a bit more compact than on the last one. And my question, as always, is what price you put on safety? I can't put one on it. And even when we bought this car, before we changed mirrors up and we just had the standard mirrors on it from the previous car, I really missed that big pane of reflective glass. Bit like a truck, actually, I suppose. Plenty of reflective glass. So, yep, safety, not too hard to set them up. Not sure whether that goes back into the XLT. Probably does. That's my little response to the Clearview mirror doohickey. Something else we found by accident quite a while ago, but that I find helpful and not helpful. So this is the cruise control under your left thumb. Cruise control is one of the things. So when you activate cruise control, you push it up and you push it down to either increase your speed or decrease your speed by 1 kilometre per hour per click. When we had the PX2, that increase up or down was 2, which I didn't find too bad. 1 can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. However, by accident, and I've got no doubt it's in the manual somewhere and it's probably on Google and all of those things, if you push it up and hold, it'll do increments of 10. It'll go 1, then it'll go the full 10. And I find this quite handy. I drive in cruise control all the time, except around town, but I drive in cruise control. But if you're running through speed zones, the camera will recognise the sign and start to slow you down as you hit the sign, which my reading of the law is that you should be doing 80, 70, 60, 50 by the time you hit the sign, not starting to slow down when you hit the sign. So I find the downside quite handy. I'll rip it down that 10, 20, whatever I need to rip it down. Coming out the other side, just let the camera in the car handle it. Not sure that zooming up in increments of 10 is going to be that good. I think in normal mode it will rip back a few gears to get there as soon as possible. However, in economy, it will climb through the gears fairly steadily. And remember, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Or I push the accelerator up like squeezing the trigger on a rifle. So again, this part of it, you're either going to be in the I hate it camp or the I love it camp. And I'm in the I quite enjoy it, no dramas at all. And again, I'll exploit it to maximum benefit to us.